What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 610th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is day 1 out of 14. Actually, this is day 1 of the 14-part series I have nicknamed the Bold Fortnight. That's right, guys. Over the next 2 weeks, we are going to be focusing on the website bold.com. That is B-O-L-D-E, bold, that is spelled with an E on the end. Now, the reason I'm doing this with this particular website is because of what this website represents. Bold.com represents everything that is wrong with today's relationships, right? Like, this is clearly a feminist-influenced website that leads women astray and causes more damage than they probably realize that they cause. Any woman or a man, really, for that matter, who takes their cues from Bold.com and follows the advice of Bold.com and other websites like it, they're setting themselves up for catastrophic failure in terms of their relationships with the opposite sex. Just the titles alone tell you all you need to know about the mindset and influence this website perpetuates. Things like sleeping around to get it out of your system before finding Mr. Right. The fact that men should respect women just because they're women. The idea that the woman is the prize to be won and not the man, even though said woman is 38, has been married 3 times, been pregnant twice, had 1 abortion, and still does not know who the father of her daughter is. The fact that women who've been passed around for 15 years suddenly realizing their worth and making their expectations even more realistic. Everything that is wrong with today's relationships, the divorce rate, the rampant cheating, the glorification of infidelity and attention whoring, everything this website stands for is responsible for the destruction of relationships here in 2020. Women like Amy Horton and Janelle Testa, as it happens, write for this website. And yes, gentlemen, I've got them in the lineup, so not to worry. Amy and Janelle are going to be front and center on more than a few occasions over the next couple of weeks. But I have found some new TSR Hall of Shamers that have emerged. Chicks like Cara Vale, Jessica Blake, Katie Davies, and Jordan White have all made the list. And today's article was actually written by Miss Cara Vale, and it is entitled, oh, wait a minute, hang on a second. Hang on. Thought I had this ready and queued up. There we go. And it is entitled, Don't Freak Out About Being Single After 30. It's actually pretty awesome. Pardon me. Today's article, hang on a second. I'm getting timed out. Oh, never mind. We're good. Never mind. No, we're good. So like most articles on this particular website, Cara Vale, and it's entitled, Don't Freak Out About Being Single After 40. It's actually pretty awesome. The title wastes little time in letting us know just how delusional these bitches are. Yeah, okay, being single after 30 is actually pretty awesome. If by awesome you mean being able to fuck as many guys as you want, whenever you want, then yeah. Being single after 30 is indeed awesome. Until you're 36 and wondering why the men who used to plow you on your couch don't call you anymore, right? Then they write articles like, I can't believe men my age won't date me. And I've come to the realization that men who don't date women in their 30s are misogynistic assholes. It's all fun and games, ladies, until men don't take you seriously anymore. And before we get into this article, I actually would have liked to have pointed out, I wanted to go onto Miss Vale's social media, but for whatever reason, OBS, the new updated OBS, is tripping. For whatever reason, it's not letting me do a screen share, screen capture, etc., etc. So that's actually one of the reasons why I'm late, because it has just been, guys, it has been an absolute, dude, it has been a fucking nightmare trying to get this computer and all of the software set up, guys. Like, I love this computer, it's awesome, but I got to tell you, man, it has not been worth, it hasn't been worth the headache that this thing has put me through. And I know that there have been some people who have super chatted for whatever reason. they're not showing me what the super chats are, the previous super chats. But listen, I'll try to get to those as best I can. And if you're super chatting, guys, I'll get to them after the break. You guys know how I do. You guys know how I do. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my members in the chat. Let's see who else we've got in here. We've got Edward Patton. We've got 1110 Geese, or 1110 Jesse, who is in the house. I guess he's overseas. He says that he is very lucky to be awake to catch the live stream this morning. Ice Dragon Kid says, I'm stuck at work, so this is a much-needed distraction. Tricky Trini is in the house. Good to see you in here as well. Nate Dogg is in the house as always. Zachary Hayes, I appreciate the $2 super chat. I'm sorry, $5 super chat. Says DJ Don Damage with another banger. Let's go. Appreciate that very much. Captain Crunch 420 says, love the studio. Yeah, guys, dude, I fucking love my studio, but I gotta tell you, man, it has been it's been very, very difficult to get everything set up, man. To get everything set up. Devin, stop texting me the chat. I can see the chat. Devin, please stop texting me. Stop slacking me the chat. I can see everything now. It's all good. Aaron Flores and Rockman86, welcome to Chat Privileges. Mr. Smith, good to see you guys in here. I appreciate the support. NYK31 says 40 isn't the new 30. It's closer to 60. Yeah, especially with the way women are fucking around. Paul Godin says she doesn't look 30. The Neg 1 says it's actually pretty awesome when you're a man. Yeah, exactly. This is another case of women thinking that they're going to have as much fun as men. And listen, women do have fun on the cock carousel. That's all there is to it. I mean, I get it. It is what it is. But by the same token, like I said, women and men are not the same. Sexual intercourse obviously affects women a lot differently than it affects men. You can believe that. You can believe that. So they'll be singing a different tune when they are in their 40s. 726 people watching. I appreciate you guys watching today. Thomas Munier, I will absolutely get back to your super chat. Guys, let me know in the chat. For whatever reason, I'm looking at my screen and it looks like I'm lip syncing a little bit. In other words, I'm just slightly behind. Now, a lot of times when I look at the screen and I see that I'm slightly behind as far as audio and video, it's not matching up. 9 times out of 10, it looks good on the stream. I don't give a shit what I see. As long as you guys are seeing and hearing what you're supposed to see and hear, I am absolutely good to go. Edward Patton with the $5 super chat says, thank you for bringing Danny Chen on. Great info. Is there a way to ask him more questions? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I mean, I might bring him on another time. We'll see what happens. Ed Lattimore. Ed Lattimore is in the house. Says, let's go. Hashtag heat up the spoon. That's funny. Matt Vasquez says, looks fine, Don. Looks fine down here. It's in sync for me. Okay. All right. Looks okay on my main channel. Okay. All right. I'm just a little bit, like I'm looking at my screen here on OBS. I've got 5 screens in front of me. And on OBS, I look like I'm just a little bit behind, but I don't care. As long as it's good for you, as long as it is in sync for you guys, I am okay. Good, excellent. Nate Dogg, C-Dub checking in. Awesome, very, very good. Love to hear that kind of stuff. I like to hear that everything is in good working order. I'll tell you what. Let me actually. So Thomas Munier with the €5 super chat says, when you have not settled down with a woman in your 30s as a male, people assume something is wrong with you. What do you respond to this, Don? No, women don't shame men who haven't settled down in their 30s. How can I put this? If you're a high-value man in your 30s, and women won't shame you for being single, for not settling down, right? High-value men. Listen, a guy like me, dude, I spent almost my entire 30s in Las Vegas. Nobody, man or woman, ever shamed me for not having settled down yet. I was admired for running through hoes by both men and women alike, right? So if men and women are shaming you for not having found someone or settled down in your 30s, that means that your value is not high enough, number one. Number two, they're projecting the female frame onto you. If a female hasn't found somebody by the time she's in her 30s, if she hasn't settled down yet, there's something wrong with her, right? That's the way that works. women should absolutely positively be settled down long before 30. And the fact that a woman isn't settled down by the time she's in her 30s, obviously there's something wrong with her. So again, don't let people use female tactics to shame you. Like that's something that women are shamed with. That's something that women are shamed with. That is absolutely not something that men are shamed by. I actually thought it was going to be a good idea to have my laptop on my on my desk, and it might be, except for the fact that it's very, very hard for me to scroll through these chats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up here. Just give me a second, guys. And again, this is my this is my first stream on my new supercomputer. I've got the new Mac Pro. Cost me into the five figures, well into the five figures, into the five-figure teens. And it has been a son of a bitch setting this thing up. It's not all the way set up yet, but when I get it to where it needs to be, hopefully things will start to run a lot smoother. So far so good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up the chat on my big screen because it's much easier to scroll through the chat when my hand is on the mouse button already. Perfecto. There we go. Pop out chat. Excellente. Very good. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Okay, this is much better. I can look down and see my stats on my laptop, and then I can look up at my screen and see the chat. So excellent. Very, very good. Very, very good. Freelance Running, the original TSR OG, is in the house. So let's break this bad boy down in the customary Donovan Sharpe way, shall we? The first paragraph says, sick and tired of being so hung up on what box to check on the demographics form? You're not alone. Being single after 30 is not the end of the world, despite what society and the media try to lead you to believe. Let's kick the falsehoods to the curb by refuting these 10 distortions about single life beyond your 20s that just aren't true. So her opening paragraph is already operating within the bounds of an apex fallacy. Okay, being 30 and single isn't the end of the world. Being 31 and single, that's not the end of the world either. Shit, being 36 and single isn't the end of the world either, but it's damn close, at least as far as women are concerned. For the last 5 or 6 decades, women have been proclaiming, I don't need a man. They say things like, women need men like fish need bicycles. We've all heard that. Then when they hit 30 and they're still single, they start to freak out a little bit. Not too much. A few years later, they hit the panic button. And if she hits 40 and still hasn't found a man, all hope is lost. And yes, that is the end of the world for women. Not finding a man isn't the end of the world for women. Oh, yes, the hell it is. Women get all, and I mean all, of their self-worth from male approval, and they know it. Everything women do from sun up until sundown is for one specific goal: to get as much male attention as humanly possible. Male attention and female envy is what every woman is trying to do on social media. Look at my boyfriend. Look at my awesome life. That's where she gets the female envy from. I tried on my new earrings today with her ears barely showing, with her tits in full view, showing half of her areolas and probably some nipple. That's for the male attention. Women acting like they don't want or need men is about as laughable as it was when they started spewing this nonsense back in the 60s. Women who don't have men are depressed. Women who have men are not. It's that simple. The purpose in every woman's life is to find and lock down a man. Is to find and lock down a man. Long-term relationship, marriage, whatever the case may be. And failure to do so means that you are a failure as a woman. Why else do you think Cara Vale is telling women not to freak out about being single over 30? Because women over 30 who are single are freaking out. So let's go ahead and get to it here. Number 1, you're still single, aren't you? And you're far from worth it. People get busy and life happens. Some guys spent their 20s getting stable, going to college, then grad school, maybe did an internship, and are just now settling into their career. They were too focused to date, and possibly too broke, with good reason. Now he's older, stable, and ready to mingle. Not all the good catches get snatched up right away. There's also the guys that made the wrong choices the first time around. Being divorced doesn't mean he's not eligible. Now she's trying to compare women to men and imply that we are somehow similar. Yes, men in their 20s, we spend our 20s getting stable. We get jobs, we do internships, we're in trade school, which is obviously much better than college and a lot less expensive. We're building a foundation for the next phase of our lives, which is the 20s and 30s. But women who follow the same path into their 30s, they end up getting passed over by men their own age. And then they wonder why the 37-year-old lawyer or the 39-year-old pilot chooses a 21-year-old over her. Sweetheart, it's because you're old. That's why. Your value arc is not the same as a man's. Yes, life does happen for men. That means getting ourselves ready for the world. For women, it means getting butt-fucked by any dude with a smile and a 5 o'clock shadow. Ladies, stop giving yourselves excuses for not locking down a man in your 20s. Look, if you want to be a hoe, just say I want to be a hoe and leave it at that. Just understand that you're going to get passed over for the 22-year-old versions of you. But then you already knew that, having dated the 37-year-old lawyer when you were 22, but broke up with him because his middle name is Thomas. And the name Thomas is a deal breaker for you. You don't know why, it just kind of is. Number 2. You won't be able to have any or more kids. 30 is still young, she says. There are plenty of people, including celebrities, oh my God, who are having their first child in their 40s even. Every day is a new chance to meet your soulmate, fall in love, and expand your family together. There are plenty of guys out there who will be okay with the fact that you already have kids if you do. And blending families together can work out great. You never know what tomorrow will bring. For the love of all things holy, when are women going to stop comparing themselves to celebrities? When are these bitches going to wake up and understand they aren't Beyonce? When are these bitches going to wake up and realize that J-Lo looks as good as she does at 50 because of genetics, HGH, and oh yeah, she's a celebrity? Comparing themselves to celebrities, guys, this is one of the most dangerous activities, thought experiments that women do to themselves. Remember Lisa Faye's dumbass comparing herself to Tyra Banks, J-Lo, and Rihanna because she has a big forehead? Yeah, exactly the same thing. Women who have children in their 30s and 40s, they are asking for trouble. They're asking for a world of trouble. Children born to young parents are a lot better off than children born to old parents. In other words, healthy. My mother was 18 when she had me, and I'm as healthy as a fucking ox. Never had any health issues, no asthma, no allergies, no heart issues, no lung issues, no nothing. I missed exactly 2 days of school from kindergarten all the way through high school, guys. Yes, I was that kid who had perfect attendance every year. What these celebrities are not telling these women is that having children at this advanced age is, dude, that's too risky for the kid. Okay, so celebrity X has a special needs kid. No big deal. She's got money to have the kid taken care of round the clock. But basic-ass bitches with a net worth of $7.48 ain't got it like that. So go on, wait till you're 38 to have kids. That will be the end of the world when your kid has a slew of health problems because you decided to give your best fertile years to men who couldn't give less of a shit about you. And oh, by the way, the men who will be okay with the fact that you already have kids will not be the men you want. Yeah, let's see how that works out. Number 4, the next one, of course, number 3 is always their dating expert, whatever the scam that they're running. You're undesirable. There's another myth. You're you, a person with a story just like everyone else. Being single at this age does not mean anything is inherently wrong with you, and it's simply foolish to compare. Some women are taken because, yes, they got lucky and met their guy young. But others settled, made mistakes that will later sadly end in divorce or even using a guy for personal gain. You don't want to be like them, and you will find someone for you. Oh no, baby girl. The girls who met their guy at a young age did not get lucky. Oh no, those bitches had a plan. They wisely decided to take the long approach and make themselves ready for marriage from a young age so that they'd get snatched up as soon as they were marrying age. See, these were the girls who lived at their parents' house until they knew a high-value man wanted their daughter's hand in marriage. These were the girls who didn't stop sleeping around, or who didn't start sleeping around in their 30s. A girl who meets a guy young and gets married young, guys, that plan is 100% by design. Guys, I'm here to tell you, and I say this all the time, and ladies, if there are any young women watching me right now, you need to turn up your phones. If a female can make it to the age of 18 without losing her virginity, without smoking, without getting tattoos, and without getting fat or out of shape, she's hit the lottery. Period. She can have any man she wants. She'll have her pick of the litter. And guess what? It doesn't even matter if she's below average looking. Hell, she could even be ugly. Ain't nothing a little bit of makeup and plastic surgery couldn't fix, right? If a girl is young, a virgin, docile, feminine, dude, she could be a below average looking chick and still be hot to the high value guy. You better fucking believe it. You better believe it. High value, well-to-do, wealthy, sought-out men will move heaven and fucking earth for a female like this. And even though it seems like most girls are just kind of sleeping around, there are a select few who have figured it out. They know that all they have to do is refrain from slutty behavior, guys. That's all they have to do. Refrain from slutty behavior. They know they can have a happy life with a man that they respect and love, who will also take good care of her and their children. Ain't no luck involved there. And the girls that settled were the girls in their mid-30s with 2 kids who had to settle for the guy who was okay with their 2 kids. They're unhappy because they're not with the men they want to be with. And that is all there is to it. We're back in less than 60, guys. Don't go anywhere. You're watching TSR Live with Donovan Sharpe. Tune in weekday afternoons at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get access to content not found anywhere else on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Past shows, the archive, Sharpe Shorts, and Ask Donovan Q&A. Get exclusive access to my own platform, Sharpe Stream, where I break down shows like Love is Blind, 90 Day Fiancé, The Bachelorette, and much more. Get huge discounts on all of my courses like How to Master the Game, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up, and Womanese 101. You can also get your hands on the videos and podcast episodes banned on SoundCloud, Vimeo, and YouTube. Get access to an ocean of content found only on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. The link is in the description. Welcome back to the show, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It is Monday, May 18th of 2020. It is good to have you guys in today. We are, as always, presented by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 non-habit-forming energy and focus supplement on the planet. Be super productive and laser-focused for hours with zero crash, zero jitters. Support your productivity and the show by going to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush to get your hands on a bottle or 1,089. Just under 1,100 people watching. I appreciate that. We are streaming in crystal clear 1080p to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, vkok.ru, and of course, Sharpe Stream. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Yeah, I'm on a little bit late today, guys. Again, I had to sort of figure this thing out. And I was thinking about, I was like, dude, no fucking way. There's no way I can do a show. But I had to stick with it, man. I was like, dude, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to fucking figure this shit out. I've been at this all weekend long. It's fucking showtime. I got to put up or shut up, man. My guys are counting on me, so here I am. And, I don't mind doing these late shows. I usually like to have my day done and over with, usually by around 6:30, 7 o'clock, to get to sort of allow myself to kind of decompress and relax before turning in for the night. Let me shout out my super chats here. Janik L'Italian is in the house. Good to see you in here. Robert and Juki. is in the house. Good to see you in here as well, my friend. King Life says, when I see a woman who hasn't settled down by their 40s, I already know she ain't shit. Straight up. Pierre Fitzberg says, women project like crazy. That's right. Janik says, the word, quote, settle always comes with, quote, down. See, when a woman says never settle, what she means is never settle down. That's really kind of what she means. That's what she means. French is in the house. I'm going to call him French squared. Good shit. Some guy says that is some hamster logic. Listen, that's the only kind of logic. That's the only kind of logic that women really are capable in trading in. You guys know how that goes. Roy Kaufman with the $5 super chat says, my ex is approaching 32. She's freaking out for sure. I'm watching the dumpster fire of her single mom life. Listen, it is only going to get better. It's only going to, listen, it's going to get better for you. It's going to get a lot worse for her. So certainly enjoy the decline. The Sea Bear with the 20,000 yen, which I'm told is equivalent to 186 US dollars. The Sea Bear says, your content is keeping me informed. And from being bored out here on quarantine, I appreciate you keeping it real all the time. Thank you very much, the Sea Bear. I greatly appreciate that generous super chat. You guys have been unbelievably generous to me. You guys have just been, you guys are literally the gift that keeps on giving. And guys, listen, man, I'm happy to be on the air doing the show for you guys, man. I truly love what I do. As you guys can see, I got the aperture exposure thing figured out. I've got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of lights and TVs and everything on the screen, but it's not darkening. It's not getting dark. See, this is camera 3. This here is camera 2, and I think camera 2 is probably one of the best angles. Camera 2 looks brilliant. Camera 1 looks great because, of course, we've got the tracking, we've got the moving camera. So, always improving the show for you guys. I always want to make the show as aesthetically pleasing as possible. I want you guys to sort of feel like you're watching television that you can kind of get involved in for $3.99 per month. Got to keep the trolls away. So I greatly appreciate that. Michael K with the $5 super chat says, 100% true. I know a plain Jane who is a thin, quiet 20-year-old virgin who is dating, they'll probably marry soon, a guy who is 3+ points out of her league. See that? See, listen, a girl does not have to be beautiful if she's a virgin. If a girl is a virgin, not fat, doesn't smoke, and is still thin, dude, she can have any man she wants. Any man she wants. High-value men, multi-millionaire men will move heaven and earth to lock that down. Guys think I'm fucking around. Now, they'll fuck other bitches on the side. They'll fuck the hot sluts on the side, but he will never leave. He will never leave that woman. Nixon Talk says, good morning, D-Man. Watching you live from the office on a Tuesday morning in Australia. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, my friend. Nixon Talks is in the house. Let us continue with the breakdown of Caravale's article. Don't freak out if you're single. If you're single and you're over 30 years old as a woman. Number 5, it's a curse. After my divorce, after my divorce, she says, one of my coworkers told me the year she spent single after her breakup was the best time in her life. She told me about going out, traveling, and a general sense of personal freedom. We know what that means. And less responsibility to another person. At the time, I couldn't see it, but now I understand how wise her advice was. Being single is really not that bad if you think about it this way. For some people, they remain happily this way by choice. Oh boy. Guys, I've always maintained that some of the easiest targets out here are recently separated or divorced women. These women will literally throw themselves at you if you show even a little bit of masculinity. And Miss Vale's friend here just nailed it. She just verified it. Of course, the year after divorce is fun. You get to take all the dick you want without having to sneak around to do it. Going out, traveling, and a general sense of personal freedom is just another way of characterizing being a slut. None of these activities by the way, are any fun for women if they can't get the cock in the end, guys. Then she has the gall to say that some women stay this way by choice. Yeah, they do when they're 31, 32 years old. At 38, 39, not really a choice anymore. Number 6, it will last forever. You could really have a brand new lifestyle this time next year with no indication today of what is about to come. The reason you're single today is because you're just not in that forever relationship yet. But once it begins, the entire season of solitude will be behind you. Keep hope alive and trust that good things are coming your way. It should serve as no surprise, guys, that, and pay attention here. Do you see the girl in the picture? Obviously a very attractive woman. I would certainly give her ass to mouth if given the opportunity. But notice the color of the leaves behind her. That's right, it's the fall. It will last forever, she says in number 6, translation. Be a slut when the weather's warm, then find a sucker to commit to you when the weather gets cold again. This is what's called cuffing season. Steve the Dean affectionately calls it sucker me season, and this is exactly what Kara's friend, or Kara, just described. Cuffing season, gentlemen, for those of you guys who are not aware of this, lasts from Halloween until spring break. After Halloween, girls will cut their cock rosters from maybe about 10 to about 3. Those 3 guys are the ones she wants to be with the most. When one makes it apparent to her that he is willing to commit to her, she now has a boyfriend she can take home for Thanksgiving, a boyfriend she can visit on Christmas, a boyfriend she can share a New Year's Day kiss, and the oh-so-romantic Valentine's Day, which is quite literally a holiday designed to make men lick the assholes of women and pretend to like it. But I digress. Right around St. Patrick's Day, she starts to get a little bit antsy. She starts hanging out with her friends more, answering his texts less, doesn't really spend as much time with him. On April 1st, she'll tell him she wants to break up. Then when he turns as white as a ghost, she'll scream, "April Fool's, silly!" and use that as a deflection to let him know she's going to Panama City with her friends for what? Spring break. She'll go down to Panama City where she'll get drunk and get plowed by frat boys and rich guys, and when she gets back, she'll tell her boyfriend that she needs to find herself. She'll spend all summer long getting ass to mouth from Kevin in sales, Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not be an escaped convict, and Billy the cocaine dealer who makes girls pay for drugs with blowjobs and whatever else he can think of. She'll then go to the Halloween party dressed as a slutty nurse, get butt-fucked by a dude who looks like a doctor, and on November the 1st, she'll contact the 3 guys she liked the most over the summer. Rinse and repeat. Number 7, rather. You're not stable. She continues, I hate how people automatically assume when you fit a, quote, status quo image that you're suddenly more responsible. This is the implied trust assigned to a person for just having a ring. Well, guess what, she says? 2 complete jerks can get married to one another, and the same goes for reckless free spirits. The institution of marriage itself is not a merit set aside for better, more reliable people. You are capable on your own. Actually, Miss Vale, it is. In a woman's eyes, anyway. Women know that once they get married, all of that free spirit shit goes right out the fucking door. You're married now. Bitch, you gotta act like it. And women who do not give up the old habits end up divorced the quickest. Not because of their habits, but because their husbands didn't put their foot down and stamp that slutty behavior out before he married the hoe. That last line, you're capable on your own? No, you're not. No, women cannot be happy without a man. Guys, they say it all the time, but they know it's not true, which is why they say it all the time. Guys, you know I say this all the time. One of the many pillars I teach here is that the more a woman tries to convince you of something, the more likely the exact opposite is true. Any woman who screams, I don't need a man, that's the bitch crying herself to sleep at night because she doesn't have a man. Number 8. You want to steal your friends' men. That apparently is a myth. That doesn't really sound like a myth to me. Girls who are not in relationships want to steal the boyfriends and husbands of their friends. Don't let your girlfriends act, she says, like you are a threat to their relationships because you're single. Your relationship status does not make you more or less likely to engage in home-wrecking behavior. And if not being taken is the sole qualifier for their men having wandering eyes in your direction, that's something that needs to be taken up with them, not you. It's funny how this hoe thinks that we think that women who are in relationships don't engage in home-wrecking behavior. Don't get me wrong, guys. Single girls are absolutely a threat to their friend's relationship, but let's not pretend that women in relationships aren't fucking around either. Happens all the time. And ladies, again, if you're watching, don't listen to this hoe. Do not listen to this hoe. If you're with a man that you respect and love, do not, I repeat, do not let your slutty friends come around your man. Because single girls fuck married guys and dudes in relationships on the regular. Not that you needed me to tell you that. Number 9. The 9th myth. You're going to grow cobwebs if you remain single in your 30s. She continues, first of all, battery-operated buddies, Bob, might be enough to make you reconsider if you ever need a man at all. Oh my God. Secondly, being in a relationship does not guarantee regular sex. Personally, she says, I've had less intercourse when I was married than when I was just dating people. Work schedules, not being in the mood, and couple arguments get in the way. First off, a dildo will never make a woman want to forego relationships altogether. That's just fucking crazy talk, and she knows it. Secondly, if a girl is in a relationship, she is definitely getting fucked. Guys, being in a relationship as a woman 1000% guarantees you sex. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. Not guaranteed sex? This woman is comparing herself to guys all the time. This is why guys always fall prey to websites like this, because they think, oh my God, she's speaking to me. No, she's speaking to you, not as a man. Being in a relationship does not guarantee a man sex. Being in a relationship with a woman guarantees her sex. Well, wait a minute. If she's not fucking her boyfriend, if he's not guaranteed sex, where is she getting it from? Niggas like me. Most women I fucked in Vegas were in relationships. Some were married. Most of them had boyfriends. That's all there is to it. And thirdly, she's actually right about getting less sex when married, right? The reason she was never in the mood to fuck her husband is because he was her husband. I say this all the time, guys. Hashtag girlfriends are better than wives. Never, ever forget that. Number 10, you're missing out. You shouldn't be wanting a relationship to start your life. You need to live your best life now. And oh my God, if it's what you want, hope that someone who complements or adds to it that comes along. But general life and the pursuit of happiness should not be on pause until you meet your match. If you're expecting him to come along and fill a void, you are likely to be disappointed expecting too much. What she is doing here, guys, is she is encouraging women who are in their 30s to continue to sleep around. The reason why any given woman in her 30s is not in a relationship is because she is low value. And there are very few things that lower a woman's value quicker than having sex with hordes of men. Yes, if a woman has a bunch of tattoos, that means she's a slut. Yes, if she has a drinking problem, slut. Yes, if she does drugs, slut. We get that, right? All of those activities, all of those red flags lead to one thing and one thing only. That is sex. Women can only destroy themselves one way, and that way is through sex. Any activity, any vice, any addiction a woman has always leads to sex. And the more sex a woman has had, the lower her value gets. This woman is telling her, you don't have to miss out. Just because you're single and 32 years old doesn't mean you have to put your pussy on pause, waiting for the right guy. No, just keep on fucking all these other guys, and the right one eventually will find you. Dude, no wonder women are fucking miserable. No wonder women are popping Xanax and Zolpidem and whatever anti-anxiety medication they can get their hands on. They're listening to fucking hoes like this. Unbelievable, man. And finally, number 11, which is actually the 10th myth, that she is debunking about being single after 30, you're going to lose friends. If being coupled up is a deciding factor on whether your friends still want you around, then it isn't a genuine connection anyway. Someone should be your friend because they like you and enjoy your company, not because you add an extra pair to couples night for their convenience. You see, guys, what this woman is, again, this woman is leading women astray. If you are a female and you are in a relationship with a man that you both respect and love, there is no reason for you to bring your single friends around your man. Okay? Men have eyes. Women have eyes. And if you respect and love that man, guess what? If you're sexually attracted to your boyfriend, guess what? Other girls are going to be too. Don't think for 1 second. Do not think for 1 second that your best friend wouldn't fuck your man behind your back. Straight up. Well, if you have to have a boyfriend to be around us, then that wasn't a true friendship anyway. That's exactly the same thing that O'Shea said to me. When I told him that Anthony Johnson was thinking about doing a Black 21 convention, he told me, he said, Donovan, you know that if you help out with this Black 21 convention with Anthony, you and I aren't cool, right? I said, no, Shay. That says to me that you and I were never cool in the first place, right? Women are only as genuine as their mission dictates. Women are never really truly friends with each other. Women are more acquaintances. Men are friends with each other. There is a real camaraderie there. Women simply tolerate each other. That's how that goes. This is why the smallest, most insignificant things ruins friendships with women. Women are just looking for a reason to just fucking go off and hate each other. Devin and I watched Insecure. We've watched Insecure this season. The whole season. Issa and Molly, best friends, boiling beneath their surface. There's always some drama or some shit going on. Finally, at the fucking block party, they fucking went off over some bullshit. Issa asked, what's her name? Issa asked Molly, hey, listen, your boyfriend works for Live Nation. I need you to do me a favor. Molly's like, well, I don't want to do that because they're going to put my relationship at risk. So Issa said, cool. Issa went in behind Molly's back. I don't know, I guess that's how she characterized it. And she went in and called a favor and went around and did it that way. Molly blew the fuck up over some shit that she should have done. Guys, women are always looking for a reason to hate other women. Bringing your friends around your boyfriend is the quickest way to do that. Ladies, I'll tell you another story. You guys know about the big fake titty Mexican girl I dated in Vegas. Her name was Chrissy, right? I fucked her best friend, Aaron, right? I'll never forget this as long as I live. So I get this text from a number that I don't recognize, 702 something, something, something. And I'm like, who is this? She's like, hey, it's Aaron. I'm like, Chrissy's friend? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you want? She says, we should hang out. This bitch didn't even try to hide it. She says, we should hang out. I said, aren't you and Chrissy best friends? This woman said, not really. We just hang out with each other when we're bored. Dude, these girls were attached at the hip. These girls apparently know everything about each other. Chrissy's best friend, Aaron, blew up their friendship. They're still not friends to this day. After I fucked her best friend, Aaron, 3 times. So what are we saying? Aaron was never really Chrissy's friend? Of course she was. She just saw something that Chrissy had that she wanted and decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go for it. All right, let me go to the chat here. Check on my super chats. I'm not gonna be opening up the phone lines today, guys. Obviously, I'm gonna be a little bit crunched for time. But I will be on at the same time tomorrow. I'll be on at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Carmelli the artist with the $2 California dollars. I appreciate the super chat. Logical Wavo, thank you for becoming a member of the chat. I appreciate the support. Janik L'Italian says those stock photos are not chicks in their 30s. You know, it's interesting. I actually used to do that. I used to when I break down articles by Janelle Testa, I used to take pictures from her website and put them in place of her articles because they do this on purpose, right? Like they use these stock photos to give the article a little bit more credibility. No, dude, it absolutely positively was not happening for me. Thomas Munier says boyfriend season. New York's Knife Wonder said, yep, cuffing season. Yep. Chris Herrera says simp season. Yeah, Steve the Dean calls it sucker me season. He calls it sucker me season. Roy Kaufman with the $2 super chat says, we call it miniskirt season. Yeah, right? Amar Kermani says, 35-year-old plus women, too much supply, very little demand. You know, it's interesting. The older and more useless women become, the more they require from their men. I'll never understand that. The less they have to offer, the more they require. Bitches. Hashtag bitches, right? I mean, listen, that's the only thing I can say about that. Some guy says, no wonder this girl is divorced. Yep. King Life says she covertly told on herself. Pierre Fitzberg says, AMS did say in a video of his that women want you when they see you're with a woman of higher sexual market value. Yeah, hot women. And this is the thing. When you date one hot girl, guys, don't make this mistake. Don't make this mistake. Most men are never going to fuck or sleep with a 10. That's just how it is. Like that's just the way it is. If you get lucky enough to fuck or even date a 10, guys, I'm here to tell you, you need to make sure that as many people see you with her as humanly possible. If other hot girls see you with a hot girl, you are automatically signed off on. Even girls who are 7s and 8s are like, wow, Donovan's got that chick. I wonder what about him made her want to commit to him. So AMS is 100% right on that. When women see you with a bad bitch, they want to be up under you. Straight up. Medinaha says most of the stigma on 30-plus women comes from women. That's right. It comes from women verbally, but in the sexual marketplace, it comes from men, right? Women feel bad about being single over 30 because their girlfriends are always ragging on them about it. But then on the sexual marketplace, when the men that used to plow them into oblivion kind of don't even see them anymore, they're invisible to these men. That's when they that's when they really feel it. Really feel it. C-Dub with the $10 super chat says she's actually right about her being single doesn't make her more or less of a threat to her friend's relationship. She's already a maximum potentially fatal threat and should be treated accordingly. Yep. Ladies, I'm telling you, this is why girls who are single don't hang out with girls who are in relation, or actually, this is why girls who are in relationships don't hang out with girls who are single. Guys, listen, if you are in a relationship or if you are married and your wife or girlfriend has single friends, dude, it's a mathematical certainty she's going to fuck around on you. She's going to see how much fun her friend is having with this guy and that guy. She's going to think, oh man, fear of missing out. Well, it wouldn't hurt to go have one fling behind Fred's back. Before you know it, she's filing fucking divorce papers. Hugo Beaudry with the $10 California super chat. I appreciate that. Says lyrics from 1948. She's at the fruit stand every day, buys bananas by the bunch. She looked at all the price tags. That's why she gets her hunch. Wow. Quite profound there I'm going to call him Hugo Boss. Instead of Hugo Beaudry, I'm going to call him Hugo Boss. Going to call him Hugo Boss. Hugo Beaudry, Hugo Boss, checking in. Nixon Talks says the social media posts from all women I know who are single in their 30s and 40s are about, quote, I'm loyal, I'm caring. Then they say they don't need a man. Those are the ones who are the most in need. Yeah, dude, again, this is just how it is, guys. It's so funny. Women tell on themselves all the time. Thomas Munier says, what kind of plausible deniability or insinuation of spontaneity would you advise when on a date with a girl in order to have sex in a restroom? Thomas, bruh, there is no plausible deniability. There is no plausible deniability with fucking a girl in a bathroom. What are you going to do? Say, hey, they've got this new 2-ply toilet paper in the men's bathroom. You want to go check it out? Then you butt fuck her in the stall. She goes and tells her friends, oh my God, how could you fuck that guy in the fucking bathroom stall? Well, they did have this new 2-ply toilet paper, and I've always wanted to see it from the men's bathroom. No, there is no plausible deniability that you can give a woman for fucking her in a fucking club bathroom. I fucked 3 girls in a club bathroom. There is no plausible deniability. I'm like, yo, let's go. She's like, all right, cool, bet. El Baracho with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Gravelite with the $5 super chat says, we'll be taking a break from the show for a while. Thank you, Donovan. We'll be back next month paying my dues. Roy Kaufman says, sucks, no call in, I'll call tomorrow. Yes, guys. No. If I opened up the phone lines, I'd be on the air until 10 o'clock tonight, and I ain't trying to be on the air until 10 o'clock tonight. I'm trying to be off the air. I'm trying to be off the air as soon as possible, but I've gotten everything figured out. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the beginning of this particular I'm going to have to go back and listen to the beginning of this episode, because for whatever reason, when I record certain sound bites on OBS, I'm getting like a muffled sound through my sound recorder. My other soundboard is shot. I got so pissed off, I like ripped one of the cords out of there. It hasn't worked since, so that was my fault. So now I'm having to use my $600 soundboard, which, listen, it works great. I love the thing to death. You know, well, let's see what we got here.
Oh man, hey.
Or if I want to hang up on somebody. See? I got all the cool sound effects. We got the crickets. Awesome. Very good. See, there's that. And then there's the yeah. So, and then of course there you go. Good stuff. So yeah, you know, so the new soundboard, it is absolutely as advertised. I love this fucking thing. I just got to figure out what's going on with the music distortion. Big Brandon checking in. TSR Security, what's going on, my brother? Brandon is my brother from another mother. Yes, gentlemen, yes. So today is going to be, I think it's part 3. I think this is the third installment. The third installment of my 90-day fiance breakdown. That is going to happen on sharpestream.com directly after the show. That is right after the show. It is for patrons only. And oh, by the way, guys, this weekend, I'm going to release the Love is Blind breakdown in its entirety. I'm going to put it on Teachable. Those who are not patrons will be able, if you're not a patron, then you can purchase it. Because listen, there are some guys who just don't want to be, they don't want to pay they want to pay $5, $8, $10 a month. All right, I get it. But they still want the Love is Blind breakdown. No problem. That will be available for purchase on donovansharpe.com. It'll probably be donovansharpe.com/loveisblind or something like that. So that'll definitely, I think a lot of people will get a lot out of this. And when I get done with the 90-day fiance breakdowns, I will absolutely do exactly the same thing. So you don't have to be a patron to get your hands on some of my best content. That's how that goes. So listen, man, I'm trying to make it accessible for everybody. The Elusive with the $5 super chat says, there's only one reason women like this write this garbage. Misery loves company. She's alone and knows it, so she's doing what she can not to go down alone. Yeah, you're 100% right. Women who advise young girls, women who advise young women, why are you thinking about getting married at 20 years old? You need to experience life. You need to get it out of your system. They know that girl's hit the lottery. They are envious of that girl. So they want the girl to make the same mistakes that she made so that her sexual market value is as low, if not lower, than her own. Women will do their level best to sabotage another bitch. No matter how happy they appear to be for that other woman. No, girl, you should totally cheat on your boyfriend. That way you'll teach him a lesson. That's how I did it in my relationship. Yeah, bitch, that's why he left you. Dark Overlord says, hey, Donovan, do you still take topic suggestions? Absolutely. Topic suggestions, send those to tsr@donovansharpe.com. Again, that is tsr@donovansharpe.com for your topic and article suggestions. Guys, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Again, guys, I do apologize for being on a little bit late. Obviously, I had some technical issues that I had to work out, but thankfully for me, I was able to work them out. I honestly didn't believe that I was going to get these issues worked out in time for a show. But I was fortunate enough. Why is this way the fuck down here? I was fortunate enough to have figured that out, and I figured, all right, you know what? I'll salvage a show. I'll throw something together here for the guys and make sure that nobody goes without. So I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys showing up, and I will see you guys on Sharpe Stream. I'll see you guys on Sharpe Stream in 5 minutes. I'll see the rest of you guys back here at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Thanks for watching.